welcome back to Everything's Plastic. Today we have another throwback review. This figure is actually from 2020. Missed out on this guy, which if you're familiar with the channel, you know I missed out on a lot of figures. But my son actually had this one, and I wasn't going to buy all the same figures that he was buying. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, and I'm a big fan of the ps4 game as well. So once I had the opportunity to buy this one, I couldn't pass on it again. So this one is part of the Gamerverse series. It is the Demogoblin Build-A-Figure series. If you're not familiar with it, here's a look at the back of the box. So number one is Velocity Suit Spider-Man, Spider Armor Mark III, which is the one we're reviewing today, Superior Octopus, Vulture, White Rabbit, and Shang-Chi. There is a little read-up on the back there if you want to pause and take a look. There's a look at the artwork on the side. Artwork on the other side. Nothing on top, just a price tag. And barcode on the bottom. This guy comes with the right leg for the Demogoblin Build-A-Figure. So enough talking. Let's crack this guy open and get a closer look. It's pretty cool. I love the Spider-Man symbol on the back of the packaging. Like I said before, it comes with the right leg for the Demogoblin Build-A-Figure. Comes with a web accessory. So this web accessory actually goes on to the face like this. I actually think it's a pretty cool accessory. Because Spider-Man do shoot web in his enemy's faces, so pretty cool. So here we go with a closer look. I like the helmet. Pretty cool design. I like the eyes in it as well. Looks pretty good all the way around. There's a look at his legs. This one's a softer plastic than a lot of other Marvel Legends. It just feels different to me. It feels really flimsy and cheap. That's just my opinion though. I don't know why it feels different to me. Maybe it's not. Could be the exact same plastic. So this guy doesn't come with any extra hands or anything like that, which is kind of weird for a Spider-Man figure. So now that we had a closer look, let's go over articulation. So kind of restricted head movement. His head only goes back this far. Down this far. There is no side to side, but it does go all the way around. His arm comes up this far, kind of restricted with his armor. Shoulder goes up this far. There's a full rotation, bicep swivel, also restricted by his armor. You can spin it around, but you gotta force on it a little bit. It's double jointed pin elbows that goes back this far. His wrist goes back and forth and all the way around. The other side, his wrist goes back and forth as well. There is an ab crunch that goes back this far, forward this far, so a little bit restricted. Coming back, there is a full rotation at his waist. His legs come out this far, so somewhat restricted, not a full split. Goes forward this far, pretty decent range of motion there, and goes back this far. There is an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees that go back this far. For his ankles, it goes forward this far, back this far, kind of restricted by all the armor around his ankles. Goes side to side and goes all the way around as well. Feels like a different joint than what we're used to with most Marvel Legends. You've seen the same joint into the Hydra Supreme, I think it's called, and the Civil Warrior. Paint application on most of the figure is clean. You can see black showing through in a lot of the red. Same thing with blue. You can see red showing through with some of the blue. There's red paint smudged all over this one. On this arm, the other arm is clean. Mold of the figure is black plastic and everything else is just painted on. So you can see it's two different colors of red. There you can tell that this is actually plastic and this is red paint. So they didn't match it up too well. Paint application on his feet is pretty decent as well. So overall, paint application is not too bad. Comparison to Shang-Chi is actually from this wave as well. Let's do in comparison to Spider-Man Noir. You see Spider-Man Noir is just a tad bit bigger. And we'll do one more comparison to the awesome Red Skull. If you haven't checked out my review on Red Skull yet, what are you waiting for? Check it out. So I'm always a little hesitant to review these older figures because most of you guys already have them and a lot of you guys pay attention to the bigger channels. But I review every figure that I unbox, new or old. If you guys are like me, I buy new and old figures, so I put these out just in case you guys missed out on it. And I really like doing old figures as well, because a lot of times when we buy a new figure, we forget about the old ones. And this is one of the figures that is just too awesome to forget about. Big fan of PS4 Spider-Man game. Didn't really use this armor a whole lot, but still one of the figures that I wanted in my collection. So overall, I'm going to give this guy a 8.5 out of 10. The paint application was a little bit better and articulation was a little bit better. I would definitely give it a 9 out of 10. Overall, still pleased with the figure. Glad to have him in my collection and glad to have him on my Spider-Man shelf. Let me know in the comments below. Are you a big fan of Spider-Man game? Did you use this armor in game? And what do you guys think of this figure? Let me know in the comments below as well if you agree with my rating of 8.5 out of 10. So that pretty much wraps up our review. If you like our video, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're a fan of a channel and you like our content, don't forget to subscribe as well. As always, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting and stay safe.